Hi, this is your quick introduction to how to use Scratch with your MakeyMakey. So the first thing you'll do is go to the website scratch.mit.edu, and this is the home page that you'll come to. It has join Scratch or sign in, and that's not necessarily needed, but you're more than welcome to sign up for an account if you want to save to their website. Otherwise, you can just save your projects straight to your computer and upload them back up when you're ready to work on them. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Create. The first thing you'll see when you open is your little kitty cat right here. And that's the first thing every time. In this page, you get to see pictures and different animations as you do them. In the middle, you have your different scripts that you can run. Here you can decorate your cat or any sprite. And this is where you find a new sprite. So this would be any item that you have moving around. And here you have sounds. So right now it has a cat meowing. So I'm going to close that because we don't need it. And I'm going to close out of the help, which I would suggest going through. You have different tutorials that tell you step by step how to add different things. Very helpful, and you can go through that on your own. So what we're working on today is a project that I'm calling The Sound of Poetry. So far, we should have picked a poem, and the poem I picked was Magic by Shel Silverstein, and I've taken a picture, so I'm going to upload it. So here is the picture of the poem, and I have annotated it. So it'll show up, and you can see I have my poems, and I would like to have a scream come in where Eddie touched a troll because it's gross, so she, ew. And then here where I have witches, I'd like to add in some witches' cackles. Where the mermaids are singing, I'd like to add some singing noise. And where the word magic is, I'd like to add in some magical notes. So it kind of adds to the doo-doo-doo-doo sound. So this is the first picture, and then I'm going to upload another picture so you can see where I have hooked up my MakeyMakey to. And here's another picture of it, and it's a little bit closer. So you can see that I have hooked my green wire up to the screams, and I have labeled it up because on my keypad, my little D-pad, it is in the up position. And let me show you another picture of what the MakeyMakey looks like with all the wires plugged in. So right here is my D-pad, and I have green plugged into the top, or I guess light green, and then I have dark green plugged into the left, black plugged into the right, and orange plugged into the bottom. This gray cord here is where it goes to earth. So that's how we're going to complete our circuit, because when we start pushing our buttons, we need the current to run through us. So we are going to become the closed circuit. So let's go back to our poem. And the first line is, Sandra's seen a leprechaun, Eddie touched a troll. So right here, I want to run a script. So I'm going to go to Events. And then I would like to use my MakeyMakey for this specific program. And I'm going to say, when the up arrow is pressed, so you can select which arrow by clicking here. You can also use the keyboard on your computer if you're not using a MakeyMakey. And then I'd like it to do a sound. So then I'm going to go to Sound. And I would like for it to play a sound when the arrow is pushed. Currently it's set to pop. But I'm going to go ahead and upload my sounds and select the ones that I would like to play. So we don't need pop, so X out. And then I'm going to go to their database, their library of sounds. And I would like for Screech to be one. And I've already gone through and picked my sounds just for this, but you can go through and look at all the different ones. And it's all alphabetical. So you'll go to Screech and double click it. And then it'll show up in the new sound column. While I'm here, I'm going to put the rest of the sounds in. So for left, I want fairy dust. And that's there. For down, I would like singer 1. So go there, double click. And for a witch's cackle, they didn't have that in their library. So I went to the website, freesound.org. I signed up and I have an account, so I'm logged in, and I searched witch's cackle. And it brings up all of these sounds, and so I can just click on the one that I want and then download. And I chose to download mine to the folder that I've labeled MakeyMakey Pictures and Videos, just so that I have everything in this file. You can download it wherever you like. So I'm going to go back to Scratch, and I'm going to go to Upload Sound from File, go to my folder, and I have my Witch's Laugh, and I'm going to click Open. So now I have all my sounds, so I can play them to make sure they're working. So I like those sounds, so I'm going to keep them. So let's go back to script. And when I press the up arrow, I would like for Screech to play. And then I'd like to go back and create another event. And I'm going to drag this here. And I have my up arrow. I like to set it up in the shape of the D-pad so that I can visualize it better. So when I press the left arrow, I would like it to play the sound. So I'm going to drag this over. And I don't want it to do Witch's Laugh. I would like it to do Fairy Dust. And then I'm going to go back to Sounds over here. And then drag Play Sound. And then my bottom one, I would like Singer 1. And then for my right, make sure you go back and specify down arrow. And then when I click right arrow, I would like to select the cackle, which is there. So I'm good to go. So this is what the program will look like once you have it written. Now you can add different things in, such as motions. So if I want my cat to move, I can say that I want it to move 10 steps. And then he moves just a little bit. So I'm going to tell it through events that when I click my space bar, it'll move 10 steps. So I'm going to click the space bar on my keyboard, and you can see him moving. So you can do all these little animations to add into it if you would like. So I'm going to stop this screencast and make a video of the MakeyMakey working. I hope this helped.